beloved divine friends, family, brothers and sisters in the raw. RK's Guyana Free Media. Today, catch your news, Wednesday, January 11th, 2023, in the raw. RK, a lot of people like, in the raw. RK's Guyana Free Media, and I'm your friend and host, Haji Dr. ROXANNE, in the raw. Just me, my style, my personality, and my voice. It irritates some people, the weaklings. I am imitating Forbes Burnham. Rajendra Bisesar says he indicated. I had to block him because he's usually ludicrous in his comments, but that's not my topic, ladies and gentlemen. So stay hold to for my topic. Rajendra Bisesar says I'm imitating Forbes Burnham, and I'm sounding like Forbes Burnham. Well, I had to answer him in Facebook, but eventually I blocked him because I really can't handle people with their ludicrosities and their pettiness and gross stupidities. So I tried with him, and then eventually I said, boy, gone with you. The problem that Rajendra Bisesar has, he has a problem with the way I dress and the way I speak. Apparently, he mentioned to his friends, who apparently said back to me, he prefer I should have an accent like him. And he indicated that, okay, I was educated in quarantine by high quality, I mentioned that, Afro-Guyanese scholars, teachers. And my community was always Afro-Guyanese powerhouses of the highest of elegance. And that I went overseas not long after, and I spent a number of years there. So growing up also is my style. My father, who was a senior police officer, had a very powerful and a beautiful style and speech craft. So it's DNA, ancestral powerhouses. My family, ancestors in India, we are the Pathan clan, the warrior clan of ancient Bharat or India. So we have that, if you know our length, our size, our build. We are built as military powerhouses. Now, spent a number of years there, and I mixed mostly. The school I went to, the college, was mostly white people, very few immigrants. And with the Caribbean people, I didn't socialize much. I didn't find them very attractive, unfortunately. So don't go after me for that. I didn't find it attractive to be with them. The way they talk, the way they drink, the way they behave, the way they urinate in public, especially the Guyanese. Public urination in Canada. And so on. So then I joined the Canadian Armed Forces, the reserve, the weekend soldier. Instead of going and rest during the weekends, I would go and learn military strategy and tactics in the Royal Montreal Regiment. So all of that helped to create me and to be who I am. But Rajendra Bisesar said you returned a long time, and so you should have lost that style and that accent. I didn't mix back with many Guyanese. It's always those who speak well and those who speak like Rajendra Bisesar. Unfortunately, I didn't mix with them, with their accent and their style of dressing. I became me, and I would mix mostly with people of a certain social standing, but I will socialize at weddings and so on, but I didn't, not to, and religious functions and so on, not to the level to change my style and my persona. So Rajendra Bisesar, sorry for you, buddy. You are fired. I don't tolerate certain elements of lowness or tricks or games. Now, in my hand, friends and families, some other ones also saying I have my fake accent. So why is this accent bothering people? I do not know. You know, I can't change it. Are bye, where you go? Me go down here, me go put my rat. Bye, your mama. You're not going to see picture? Nah, man. Me paya not going to allow me for go see picture. So that is, you can have a laugh. That's the way they want Haji, Dr. Ocean Can in the raw to speak. Anyhow, this is me. I hope you have a good laugh there. And that's true. Poor Rajendra Cesar. Poor guy failed in everything he has done. Unwanted by every political party. Anyhow, with me here, this article. Roxanne Myers, lawyer, gets permission to cross-examine witnesses at elections COI. Now, you know, I tell you, that situation with that count involving Roxanne Myers was such an international disgrace, with hundreds of observers, everyone standing and watching her. And when they would do their thing to not do the count, and she would come in and tell us, I was there, she would tell us, pick up your rubbish and leave. You know, I mean, which person of elegance would speak like that? Now, this is not nothing new. Came out, many of these kinds of things at the Commission of Inquiry on right now, and before that. So I'm not in any way affecting any trial or any case. It is a fact of life that she did enter on numerous occasions to take your rubbish and leave. That is the personality of this woman. I think somebody said she was a teacher, an educator or something of that sort. I don't know. I never studied her, but I was so dismayed at a deputy chief elections officer speaking to over 200 international and local observers, of which I was one. And I lost instant respect for this woman, always looking at an opportunity to cause us to not have proceed with the counting. Everything possible on the earth. Now, a lot came out in the COI on her. She refused to face the Commission of Inquiry. And I think the Commission of Inquiry, with the terms of reference, I think the government, the Minister of Legal Affairs, to my opinion, I'm not no legal man, they made a mistake. Such persons should have been heard without public exposure in cloistered sectors or sections of the building. So only those within there would hear, and it will never get to the public forum to affect the case. I don't know, but I think the chairman of the commission should have requested this. Our own Carl Singh, former chancellor, could have requested this, and all the other commissioners could have requested that this be done. For those who don't want it to be done public, it could have been done internal. Now, this is my opinion. Now, I really don't want, I'm giving you my viewpoint here. I don't want to read this article, actually, in which Mr. Hughes, of the law firm Hughes, Fields and Stobie, is asking approval to cross-examine the witnesses on Roxanne Myers, that woman holding that Bible, Christian woman. Pick up your rubbish and leave. But you know, beloved divine friends and families, I am wondering again, she did not take the stand, but still want the witnesses to be cross-examined. Again, I said I'm not a person within the law sector of this nation or in the world, except it has to do with police law enforcement to some level. Been a long time, so a lot of things are forgotten too. The administration of criminal justice, that was one of my courses. Introduction to Penal Law 1, Penal Law 2, Penal Law 3. These are some of the things that I was involved with. So if you don't take the stand, why do you want the right to cross-examine somebody? So I'm suggesting, and I'm going to send this to the Attorney General and those who need to see it, that Roxanne Myers, they need to change the term of reference quickly, and Roxanne Myers and those who did not take the stand should be compelled to take the stand, but in a closed atmosphere, with just those, the prosecutors, the commissioners, and not even the other witnesses. Their lawyer, Trotman and him and Mingo and her, they need to take the stand in an enclosed cloister, I would say. So nobody, it will not go out public on Facebook or the internet. So friends and family, this is my viewpoint. I just think it is wrong to cross-examine for someone who did not make themselves available. And I think a huge mistake was made by the government authorities in the TOR by not allowing them, that they have to, you can't refuse to testify, but you can refuse to testify in closed doors. With my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, please share your views. But I was there, and I saw, and I witnessed the young man Livon, who stole the laptop and the flash drive and was there, found trying to tamper with it. And we need DPP, Government of Guyana, Attorney at Law, Cabinet, Government. We need a special prosecutor. And we need a special magistrate to hear these cases. Like what Forbes Burnham had in smuggling matters, to seize people's vehicles and it all, a special magistrate. He had a special magistrate. And he had played an Indian magistrate for that matter. And that was a political skullduggery on his part. And that man became a judge when all the smuggling was easing up and so on. But that judge was actually marked, since in Burnham's time, to become a judge. That magistrate was marked to become a judge. So I disagree that Roxanne Myers should be given the ability to cross-examine when she did not allow herself to be examined nor cross-examined. And the terms of references need to be changed as far as I'm concerned. Respects to the judges, but I think the terms of reference need to be changed, but they are not the ones who should do this. It's the politicians, of course. Your friend or your brother, me, Haji, Dr. ROXANNE in the raw.